One of the reasons that so many classroom management principles can be difficult to keep up with is that they are really about priorities. My name is Roxana Eldon. I run an online program for teachers called the Maintain and Stay Sane program. Even though more than one thing can be important, classroom management is often about choosing between competing priorities and taking a stand about which one is more important in the moment. Take something as simple as lining up elementary-aged students to go to the cafeteria. You want this done quickly so it doesn't take up class time and you aren't late to lunch. You also don't want students to forget anything they need to bring to the cafeteria, and you also don't want your class to be the loudest class in the hallway. All of these are important, and there are several possible ways that you could improve on any of these things. But each solution has at least the potential to cause another problem. Lining up students quickly might cause them to forget things. Lining up students quietly might cause them to go slower. Making sure that they bring everything they're supposed to might make them go slower and be louder. Then there's the issue of, do you use a line monitor? If you use a line monitor, what is the relationship between that kid and all the other kids that they're monitoring? Are you turning someone into a scapegoat? Are you giving someone too much power? What do you do with the line monitor's feedback? Deciding your priorities in advance can help you be more decisive in the moment, because even if you don't know the exact solution, you know what the most important thing you're going for is. That's actually why it's important to be able to say, this is the order of my priorities. This is also why it's important to stay away from anything that sounds like, well, my priority is children, or my priority is giving kids the education they deserve. I mean, sure, of course, if you back up enough, that should be everyone's priority. But that's not going to get you from your classroom to the lunchroom without one kid leaning against another kid's back until that kid starts screaming. And that's not going to get you from your classroom to the lunchroom without your principal noting that your students are louder than they should be. There are so many little pieces that you have to fit together, and every time you move one puzzle piece, it changes the puzzle. What you really need is this ability to say, there are many important things in teaching, but in this moment, I have decided that this is not the most important thing, because there is an important thing right now. By you being able to say that, you are focused enough on what needs to happen during this 15-minute period, and focused enough on how you'd ideally like this problem solved, so that you're not taking a 100-piece puzzle and dumping it out on the table and then just going like, the whole puzzle's important. What are your corner puzzle pieces of this puzzle that you're going to be putting together? If you absolutely need to get your class to the cafeteria without drawing the attention of your principal because the class is too loud, maybe that does need to be your number one priority. Or if your line monitor situation is causing more drama than it solves, you might have to take that into account. But sometimes it can just help to say, what are all of the different important things that need to be addressed with this particular routine or this particular aspect of my classroom? Write them all down and then do your best to put them in a specific order. And then look at that very top item and say, okay, let's start with this, and then we'll do our best to try to get everything else to fall in line behind that. I break down all 6 of the most common pieces of classroom management advice in my free classroom management troubleshooting guide, which you can find linked in the description below this video. I'll also be breaking down more of these topics in future videos. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe and stick around. Thanks for watching and have a great day.